What's up, Heat Nation? There's a new rumor that the Miami Heat might be interested in trading with the Charlotte Hornets again for Miles Bridges. Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into this video today, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support of my channel. I'm getting close to 700 subscribers, so if you could please subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So thank you so much. So the Miami Heat recently just lost last night to the Los Angeles Clippers, and it showed that we are lacking talent on this team. If we can't get a star, which there may not be a lot of stars available during this trade deadline that would fit with the Miami Heat, then the Miami Heat still need to get players that are talented and that are able to score and that are bigger, lengthier, more athletic, and that are able to rebound. Right now, this roster simply is not working. We've won 2 out of the last 9 games. Most recently, we're on a 7-game losing streak, and we have a really tough schedule coming up, playing against the Magic, the Bucks, the Celtics, the Nuggets, a bunch of road games. So this Miami Heat team needs to shake things up. And so a trade idea that's popped up is Miami Heat acquiring Miles Bridges from the Charlotte Hornets. We already acquired Terry Rozier from the Hornets. We just made a trade with them a week ago. So why not try to attempt to pry another player or two, actually? So the other player that I think that we should try to acquire from them that would definitely help with our size and specifically at the 4 position is PJ Washington, someone who we've also been linked with. But Miles Bridges. So Bridges missed all of last season due to his domestic violence issues. So obviously he's dealt with off-court issues, but on court, he's been really good this year with the struggling Charlotte Hornets. So on paper, Miles Bridges could make a ton of sense for the Miami Heat. And in order to acquire him, we can get to that later. But, there are a few players and pieces that we have and assets that we could potentially trade for him. He is on an expiring contract. He's making about $8 million or so. And so we have some expiring contracts that we could possibly match. But Bridges is having a career year so far. He's averaging 21 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and he's also averaging a steal per game, which is also a career high. And he's shooting 35% from 3, which is not too bad at all. He is a high-flying, athletic, 25-year-old small forward, power forward. He's about 6'7", so not the biggest, but he's definitely bigger than Caleb Martin. He's bigger than Haywood Highsmith and Jaime Jaquez. He's 225 pounds. So he is definitely a good defensive player, not great, but he could fit into our system. And he's another 20-point scorer. I know that would change on the Miami Heat, similar to how Rozier is not averaging his 24 points per game in our system on our team, on a winning team or formerly winning team. But he could be a really good fit on our team. And imagine him playing with Jimmy, Tyler, Terry, Bam, and then whoever else we want to insert in the starting lineup. So that could be really good for us. PJ Washington is another player that has shown interest in the Miami Heat, possibly, and vice versa. He's also a power forward, a little undersized, 6'7", 6'8", also. But he is a stretch forward to a certain degree. He is someone that can play next to Bam Adebayo. He's very tough. He's also 25 years old, so he's young as well, averaging 14 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and a steal, which is great. Shooting 33% from 3, which is a little down from last year, but he is a 36% 3-point shooter overall in his career. So he is someone that we could slide into the power forward position next to Bam Adebayo, someone who's capable of scoring, getting rebounds, not bad again defensively, can stretch to 4 a little bit, can create spacing for Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And he can come in with Terry Rozier and Miles Bridges, and we'd have 3 former Hornets, potentially in our starting lineup, which would be kind of crazy. But we need to shake up this roster right now. Again, we lost to the Clippers last night. They showed that they have more star talent. And if we can't acquire a big-time star like a Donovan Mitchell, who's off limits at this point, Not sure if we can get like a DeMar DeRozan type, or if that even makes sense based on his age and contract. But if we can't get like a all-star or former all-star type player or high caliber player, then these two moves could potentially work. So that starting lineup would be Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero, Miles Bridges, I would say, or maybe no, not even that. Jimmy Butler, PJ Washington, and then Bam Adebayo. And then I would have PJ Washington or Miles Bridges, excuse me, coming off the bench and being one of our main scorers. He's capable, 21 points per game this year. 2 seasons ago, 20 points per game as well. He can hit the three, he can get to the rack, he can get downhill. So kind of a 3-level scorer, if you will. So who knows? In terms of the contract for both, so PJ Washington just signed a 3-year, $50 million deal. So he's making $16 million this season. And Miles Bridges is on an expiring contract at roughly 8. So in order to make this work, and I don't think Heat fans would love this, but we would have to trade a package of Caleb Martin and Duncan Robinson, hypothetically. Not sure if they would want a sweetener like a first-round pick, and I'm not sure that's even worth it if I would want to spend the first-round pick on those two types of players, rather saving it for someone else. But we can maybe even throw in a Jovic as the sweetener, so that can essentially be equivalent to like a first-round pick. But yeah, 16 million and set 8 million, that's around 24. Duncan's making 18. Caleb's making around 7. Like, the money works if we want to swap out those two. Again, Miami Heat fans have affinity for this roster, for this team for the most part. And a few weeks ago, the Heat said that Duncan was untouchable, which I think is just outlandish and kind of stupid, even though we definitely need his skill set and can use his skill set, of course. And I think Duncan's improved. He's become a better playmaker, dribbler, better scorer just in general outside of a three-point specialist. But we need better defense. We need bigger players. We need athleticism, and we need more diverse scoring. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this trade would move the needle for the Miami Heat? And of the two, which would you rather have? Because again, if we don't want to get rid of Duncan Robinson, I totally understand that, because I do love Duncan. Then maybe we could just do a Miles Bridges for Caleb Martin and Jovic, perhaps. But it is a 1-year rental, so I mean, there is a risk there with Miles. So not sure if, again, just thinking this out loud, not sure if I would want Jovic. But if we can somehow get Caleb and a second-round pick and a Thomas Bryant or someone to match, then that could be even better. But I would like both of them, hypothetically, just to see how that would shake up the roster. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys.